Have we already seen the bottom of this bear market and crypto is about to start heading back up and everyone just doesn't realize it yet? We're going to talk about that and of course Terra Classic. All right, so first off, just a little quick news here. This is pretty interesting. So you may have heard this, maybe you haven't, but CZ Binance announcing that they're planning on selling off all of their FTT on their books, which is the token linked to the FTX exchange. Binance planning on selling all their FTT. So why do you guys think this is? Do you think FTX is going to go bankrupt like Voyager or Celsius did and Binance found that out and they want to get out? Or do you think FTX did something behind Binance's back to try to hurt them so that FTX can rise to the top as the number one exchange, because right now Binance is? What do you think is going on? I think probably more likely that. I don't actually think FTX is going to go bankrupt, because if Binance knew that, they'd be probably dumping the tokens very quickly, but they're saying they're doing it in a way that minimizes market impact, which will likely take a few months to do. So they probably just, FTX probably just did something they didn't like, and so they don't want to support them. That's my guess, but we should find out pretty soon what exactly is going on. Should be interesting, so stay tuned for that. But moving on to Terra Classic here, not a lot going on price-wise, as I'm sure you know, and price just been going sideways. This support actually holding up pretty well, but I think we're likely to continue going sideways for a while longer before we can see another huge pump. Still, I think too early for that. So we're going to have to be patient, but we could still see big things coming in the future because there is a lot happening still and building being done on Terra Classic. There's a whole roadmap that you can check out that the Terra Rebels have planned. So, maybe even USTC will be repegged. Could be some massive things coming. We'll see. But short term, likely to continue sideways for a while. Now, moving on to Bitcoin. So we were talking about this last video, 15 hours till this weekly candle closes, which could confirm the breakout from this year-long descending resistance. Is this the end of the bear market? Very well could be. Who knows? Still, breakouts aren't guaranteed. Sometimes breakouts are fake outs, so not guaranteed. But this is definitely very bullish and makes me think we are more likely to see the price of Bitcoin and crypto market start heading back up. Maybe this was actually the bottom back here in June when we hit 17,600. Wouldn't be surprised at all if that's the case. This actually starting to look very much like the bottom of a bear market. Back in June, the RSI was at insanely low levels. The levels that the RSI gets to whenever the bottom of bear markets come. That's what we saw back in June. So maybe this was the bottom. So we did have the breakout. Does this mean we're heading straight up? Not necessarily. We could just start, this week we might head up to like 24,000, but it's also possible that we could come back down for one more retest. A lot of times that happens when you break resistance. You'll break out, come down for a retest, and then you'll start the pump. So yeah, if we start heading back down, no reason to panic. We could just be coming down for a retest. Maybe even come down and retest 19,000 one more time before the pump starts. So as long as we come down, bounce off 19,000, I'm still feeling bullish. Of course, if we break 19,000, then that would mean this was a fake out and we would probably see a big dump then. So keep your eyes out for that. So I'd say still a bit too early to pop the champagne bottles, but this definitely looks bullish. And we could, the next target would be up here at about 24,000. And then we'd have this nice double bottom W pattern. And if that breaks out, we'd have a target up at 30,000. And maybe we could start our next bull market going into next year. Also, the daily ribbon flipped. I showed you that in the last video, so I'm not going to show it again. But yeah, the daily ribbon flipped bullish, which historically is a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. And usually an uptrend starts after that. So we'll see what happens. This week should be super interesting. And yeah, if maybe you don't care about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is still very important no matter what crypto you're holding, because everything follows Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin can go back into a bull market, that'd be bullish for all of crypto and could allow Terra Classic to have a much easier time seeing massive gains, along with every other crypto will have a much easier time seeing gains as money will be flowing into the whole crypto space. So it should be an interesting week. We'll see if we come down for a retest or if we pump up to 24,000. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys later.